69% of people reported being in the office was more effective than working remote. We did a national study on teams. I'm going to give you some interesting statistics. First of all, 43% of teams reported that they have no accountability. No accountability. Think about that. So in the workplace, about half the teams, there's little to zero accountability. That's a big problem. 54% of people reported that they check out of meetings. Physically they're there, but mentally they're gone because it's ineffective. People aren't stepping up. They're thinking it's a waste of time. And you've seen this, right? Where people are physically there, but they're doing other things. 37% of people reported that there's no standards to manage distractions. No standards to manage distraction. That's where you're participating in a team and nobody has said, put the phones away. Or if you have the computer out, make sure it's taking notes. People are doing this under the desk. They're doing all kinds of things. And so all of that is, and we don't manage distractions. And here's the really startling one that we were even surprised of. 69% of people reported being in the office was more effective than working remote. 69%. Now, let me just pause here before people get mad at me. Those of you who are working remote, I'm not saying remote is not useful and in some jobs actually desirable and probably as effective, could be even more effective. But what I am saying is that in our study, and this was not something like we called 100 friends. We hired a company and we worked in this. They reported that people who worked at home and worked in the office, when presented with those options, admit that being in the office, in other words, being around another human being, actually was more effective. So again, I'm not saying remote is not applicable or a hybrid is not useful. I'm just saying something interesting. So why am I saying this? I believe sometimes things are not as effective remote because we don't manage remote as well. Here's an example. We don't have consistent communication business rhythm, which is what we're going to talk about. So when you look at this stuff, there's a lot of issues that are causing challenges, but this all comes back to self-inflicted challenges. So if you want the study, just go to nationalteamstudy.com. That's nationalteamstudy.com. We're putting it in the chat, but you can download it and you can share it with people.